Well, good morning. Yeah, it's 11:40 or so, so it's still morning. I got this Norton up on the lift. It's been sitting here for, gosh, about 3 weeks maybe, and I just now barely getting to it because I took the greenie meanie down. He's waiting on parts that are now down in Tucson, having being modified. So I could have kept working on maybe the tranny or something like that. But frankly, at this point in time, my fun meter on this bike is completely pegged. And so I need a change of pace. So I'm just going to stick him over here until the parts come back. In the meantime, this guy is in. He's asked me to replace the front and rear sprockets, which means I get to unload the primary case. And we're going to put an electronic ignition on it and see if we can't get it to idle smoothly. I think those are the two primary objectives of it being in here. So that's where we are. I'm going to start the disassembly now. And yeah, I think I'll just jump right into the primary and rear wheel and put the new sprockets on. That's where we are. All right, let's do a dad joke of the day. Monday, February 23. Why are Saturdays and Sundays so strong? Because they aren't weekdays. Okay. Tires both date back to 2016. And I'll recommend, even though they're beautiful tires and really nice, basically that's a lot of years ago. And they're 10-year-old tires. You really shouldn't go more than 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. 10 years, yeah, even though they look good, feel good, fondle good, I don't consider them safe. So that'll be a suggestion. All right, so let's start working. Okay, interestingly, this is a very small battery for an electric start bike, but it seems to be really strong. It spins the motor just great. Got a good healthy charge, and the bike has been sitting here for weeks. When I put a load on it, it stays right in the middle of that green area. So, I mean, you can't beat that with a stick. I'm going to stick a charge on it, let it sit here charging while I work on the bike, but I'm very impressed with this little battery. Okay, so it's, let's call it 1 o'clock. And I took a lunch break. Had some really, really, really good soup and toast. Okay. All right, I'll set this tripod up just for the heck of it, and just let it run, and then I'll probably speed up what I'm doing for a while, because it's going to be boring. Now, in case you're wondering, in order to get that off, I jammed actually didn't jam, I just laid a very small socket in here. I used to have a whole collection of wedges. I made a whole bunch of aluminum wedges. Then I found out that you can do the same thing with a socket 99999 times out of 10. So I just laid this in here between the teeth and the aluminum support. All right, so okay, so we got alternator out, alternator rotor out. This guard comes out, this mount. This is the little tab. I wonder why they put that there. Just a vexation. Schrader gear? Not Schrader. Lip is in. Like so. Looks to be in good condition. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this gasket before. Wonder what its purpose is. All right, so this chain tensioner has to come off. Come on, big boy. Here we go. Gonna come off now. There we go. Okay. This guy goes in there. That comes out. Whoa, that was way too tight. There should be about 1/8 of an inch of play in there. Hard to tell though, because I had not disconnected the cable, and I really should have before I measured that. But normally you disconnect the cable, go in here, and just touch right there. Back it off a 1/4 turn and then tighten it down. So that definitely was tight. Interesting, every time I go looking for this tool, this clutch plate release tool, every time I go looking for it, I look for a blue one, because that's the color of the one I bought back in the 1970s. And I cannot get that blue one out of my mind. So, interesting. Alright, so as I was saying, when I go looking for this clutch plate pressure relief tool, in my mind I'll go looking for a blue one, because that's the color of the one that I bought way back in the late 70s when I bought my first one. And I still go looking for the blue one when I need this. It should have released by now. This should be turning. Normally you tighten this down, and once you've released all the pressure, the plate just turns inside the groove. See, if you take it out while it's still got spring pressure on it, it's dangerous. Now this is a little scary because it doesn't seem to be releasing, which means I got to go in here and release the spring retainer while there might still be pressure on it. Let's do this. Let's take this off. Completely. Pull that out. Shouldn't make a difference. Just go in deep enough to get into the centerpiece. Let's see if I was pushing on that. I mean, it's just about flat now. All right, I'm going to release the spring. I'm going to stand far away from it when I do it. If you do that with pressure on it, it'll fly out of there and hurt you. So let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. All right. Well, good. That was I didn't hurt myself there. Why? Whoa. That's nasty. All right. Let's do another segment. more to go. And it's not going to come easy. But it did come. I wonder if I could have taken that whole stack off as one unit. Huh, I might have. Let's break this free over here and take it all out. I've never tried to take the stack out as one unit. Not sure. All right, I'm going to take a break while I find the right puller for this. I've probably shown this to you before. This is a collection of bits and pieces, parts that go with this really strong puller. This used to be closed with a hole. I cut the slot. It wasn't strong enough. I had my buddy weld on side plates. And now you can put it together like so, and this is the combination that I'm going to use to pull that front pulley off. I may or may not need the spacers. I just found them this way, so I'm going to try them this way. All right, so let's see if this will break that free. In a word, no. Okay, double check the alignment. Yep. Wow. This is scary. And there it goes. Whew. Don't you just love it when they do that to you and scare the heck out of you? I think the socket went down below. The good news about having my lift embedded in the floor is that when you drop something, it goes in under the lift. The bad news about having the lift embedded into the floor is when you drop something, it goes under the lift. So whatever that was, I think it was a socket. I don't know. I get to find it. I think that's it. Yep, it was a socket. Okay. All right, I'll stop this for a moment and restart it. Let's see if we can get everything out of the primary. Here we go, your primary drive. And there it goes. Okay, we are free of the starter motor. Good. This guy and these four. You can do this two ways. You can try to pull these off these studs, or you can pull the studs out of there. I'm going to try taking the studs out. Okay. Two shims. Two shims. Count them. Two shims. I think I found out the last time we did this that you don't have to take this clip off of here. I'm going to find out because that clip is a pain. I think we found out that you can leave it on there. Let's try it and see what happens. Now the only thing left, I think, is this bolt right here. I don't think that holds it on. I don't think that holds it on. Nope. Let's do that one. See what happens. Look at that. Whoa, little bit of road dirt. All right, it's 2:30. Yeah, I stay here and clean up all this stuff. Or I can say to myself, it's going to take you half an hour it's going to take you an hour to put all these videos together. Go do that and take a nap. All right. All right, it's clean enough to see all the bits and pieces and parts. Cleaning is not just cosmetic. When I ran my rental business, motorcycle rental business, for the better part of 20 years, when the bikes came back and we washed them, that's when we found all the things that were slowly going bad, or that the client screwed up. And cleaning is when you find things that are going bad. So putting them back together with things hidden under dirt is not a good idea. In my humble opinion, I like to clean parts, and when I clean parts, I find things that are going bad. It's preemptive. You know, it's always good to find something going bad before it actually goes bad. I mean, right here, if I found these two nuts on these two bolts, these two studs, actually loose because I cleaned off the dirt, that'd be a good thing. I can't tell you how many times that has happened. And look, there's an actual honest-to-God sprocket right there where we can see it. So, yea, verily, cleaning is not necessarily completely cosmetic. It serves a purpose, in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm going to call it a day. I'm tired. And just let me give you a preview. This is what I'll be doing tomorrow morning. Cleaning all this. Let's just go in here. I got another text coming in here, so let's see if it screwed up the video. All right. Back side of the primary, inside of the primary, all the bits and pieces out of the primary. All this stuff needs to be cleaned, and then we'll put it back together. And the fun just never stops. Okay, it's 2:45, and I'm going to call it a day.